on your side. This is WHAS 11 News.
Right now at 7, it's starting to look like winter outside as the first snow of the year continues to fall. Our Reed Yaden is out tracking the snow in southern Indiana. And coming up, meteorologist Brian Shaw will tell you how long you can expect the snow to stick around. And new this morning, police are searching for answers after a 9-year-old boy was shot and killed. What officers know so far in their investigation. And police are searching for the suspect who spray painted graffiti on the side of a JCPS school. What the district is saying about the incident. Good morning, Kentuckiana. It's 7:01 and 27 degrees out. I'm Michaela McDonald. The first snow of the year is falling out there. Our Reed Yaden is out in southern Indiana tracking the snow and the road conditions. We'll check in with him in just a moment. But first, meteorologist Brian Shaw joining us now with a look at how long we can expect the snow to stick with us today.
Yeah, and it looks a lot better out there now. Reed just was talking to him during the break here, and he said he was in Henryville and that they got just about a ½ inch. So there's a pretty drastic cutoff from Henryville to, say, Sellersburg or Clarksville, where they got more towards an inch and a half as you head towards the north there. So pretty much a ½ inch. Areas along the river and to the south, as expected. A little bit further to the north, pretty much an inch and a half to 2 inches. So we're right where we should be in terms of the snowfall for what we were expecting. The advisory still goes till noon, but we've got about maybe another 45 minutes of the snow showers before this wraps up. So this will clear up for us. They're starting to trim back areas off to the west. Here's the last of the snow showers on Max HD radar. It even is starting to lighten up as opposed to even just clearing out. It is actually starting to diminish, as you can see by the whiter areas there on our Max HD radar. Spots around Clark County, just to the west of Madison and north of Madison now. So these whiter areas that you see, those are just some light snow flurries at this point. So here's the back edge of this where we are expecting to clear up. North Vernon, you've got the just flurries there. Anchorage, you're starting to wrap up here in about 10 minutes. Hanover, you've got about 10, 15 minutes. Madison, about a ½ hour. Bedford, you're going to be one of the last ones to clear out, but not too much longer, about a ½ hour, and you'll be all done as well. Some clearing off to the west. We're expecting that for this afternoon, and especially for tonight, and that does mean cold temperatures. Here's our Morgan & Morgan HD camera network, the view at the Review Restaurant and Lounge at the Galt House. Off to the east, you can definitely see those darker skies where that heavier snow still is. But on the roadways there on 64, not too bad. Just wet roadways as we saw on Reed's camera there. The winds have calmed down, at least right now for Louisville. 27 degrees, though, still cold. And check out some of these spots off to the west. Drop down to the teens from that front. Jasper at 19, 21 Hardinsburg, 23 in Bedford, but still warm areas off to the east. We are expecting temperatures to stay pretty steady or even drop throughout the afternoon. But we do clear up, and we are expecting some sunshine for this afternoon. Temperatures at around 4 o'clock are going to be in the mid-20s for Metro Louisville. Definitely much colder for tonight. We'll drop down into the mid to low teens. We're going to have another look at Storm Chase 11 coming up as well with Reed Yaden. Michaela?
Thank you, Brian. We're continuing to follow breaking news this morning. Crews are still on the scene of a 2-alarm fire that happened overnight. It took nearly 50 firefighters to battle the blaze at 106 Fairfax Avenue, that's in St. Matthews, and across from Trinity High School. Fire officials say the blaze damaged the Super Chef restaurant and a nail salon. Right now, officials are still making sure that the fire is contained. No one has been injured, but this morning's snow is making it tough for fire crews to do their job.
We're dealing with the inclement weather at the moment that kind of hampers our operations and any progress that we can make in firefighting efforts. Nonetheless, our firefighters do an excellent job at keeping it from spreading to the adjoining businesses.
2 other businesses in the strip mall received some smoke damage in this fire. And more breaking news from overnight. The Metro Police Department is investigating a shooting that killed a 9-year-old boy. Police say the child died from a gunshot wound last night just after 11 at Corsair Children's Hospital. The shooting happened inside a home on the 400 block of North 34th Street. Right now, the Metro Police Homicide Unit is investigating the incident as a death investigation.
We're still in the very early stages of the investigation at this point. We don't know whether this was accidental or what we have at this point. Our detectives are canvassing the neighborhood and talking to witnesses at this time.
Officials also say some adults and other children were at the home during the shooting. No one else was injured. And police are trying to find the suspects involved in the shooting that killed an 18-year-old man in Lexington. Lexington police say Caleb Hatlett was shot near UK's campus. We're told he was not a UK student. That shooting happened around 3 o'clock Saturday morning on State Street. Police say 2 men wearing masks approached a car and fired shots inside. Hatlett and another man were shot. No arrests have been made. And police have identified the man they say shot an officer multiple times inside a home in Shively on Friday. 53-year-old Kenneth Probus is now facing charges in that investigation. Police say Friday Probus opened fire on officers who were trying to serve a narcotics search warrant. Officer Wes Singleton was injured. When officers returned fire, Probus was also hit. They are both recovering right now at University Hospital. Beverly Newworth says she and Probus have been next-door neighbors for more than 20 years. She describes him as a nice guy who's quiet and laid back.
I just don't know what was going through his mind at the time, why he would have done that.
Newworth tells us Probus lives in the home with Loretta Harris. She's the woman police arrested on drug charges. And police are hoping nearby security cameras will help them find the person who spray painted graffiti on the side of Fairdale High School. It was discovered Friday night near the gym, and crews spent most of the day Saturday cleaning it up. It appeared to be written in Arabic and came on the same day an unspecified threat kept more than half of JCPS students at home. The district says the graffiti is not considered to be a threat. Members of the Metro Council are asking state lawmakers for help enforcing city curfew. This comes just 2 weeks after the large group of teenagers caused Mall St. Matthews to be shut down. Police said more than 1,000 young people created a large disturbance at the mall the day after Christmas. It was reminiscent of a scene 2 years ago when a large group of teens caused chaos at Waterfront Park in downtown Louisville. The city curfew is 11 p.m. on weekdays and 1 a.m. on weekends for anyone age 17 and younger. But Republican council members say it's almost impossible to enforce because of state reforms passed 5 years ago. The law prevents police from detaining juveniles who aren't charged with a crime. Mayor Greg Fisher says his office is working with State Representative Denny Butler and the Jefferson County Attorney's Office on the issue. No word yet on what caused the apartment fire in South Louisville that sent 2 people to the hospital. It happened around 12:30 Saturday at the Southwood Apartments on Pennacook Road. That's off St. Andrew's Church Road, not far from Doss High School. Firefighters say the blaze started in a second-floor apartment. Here you can see the smoke damage left behind. 2 people inside that apartment were taken to the hospital with unknown injuries. Most of the other apartments were not damaged.
Current time, it's still under investigation. Once the investigator gets done, we're going to finish up doing our overhaul operation, and then we'll let the ones back in that we can.
No word on the conditions of the 2 people who were injured. This morning's snow has delayed the reopening of the Liberty Street ramp to Interstate 65. It was scheduled to reopen early this morning. A new opening date has not yet been given. The ramp has been closed since last February as a way to relieve congestion near the Ohio River Bridges project. Since then, the ramp has been rebuilt to provide new connections to the Abraham Lincoln Bridge. Good morning, Kentuckiana at 7:09 and 27 degrees out. El Chapo will soon face drug charges in the United States. The process it took officials to get the drug lord on American soil.
Kelsey